Hi, everybody. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Happy Friday. Hope you've got nice plans for tonight and Saturday. West Ham can't ruin your weekend until Sunday at 4:30 kickoff. We'll be covering all that build up in the next couple of days when we go to Spurs at 3-Point Lane. Anyway, Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Check them out in the description below. Great forum, content, news, reviews, all that type of stuff. 25 years and still going strong. 3 stories today. One, a couple of boomerang stories. So they keep going back, and one about travel plans for the Spurs game. For anyone going to the game, just giving you a bit of a heads up in terms of some of the train lines that are down over the weekend. So let's start with the main story. There's this ridiculous new transfer claim about Terem Moffi. Obviously, he was the Saga. He was the Carlos Bacca of this transfer window. He was the Nikola Milenkovic. He was the Ida Johnson. Even the Yusuf El-Nesri of the January transfer window. Will he, won't he? And he didn't. And he ended up signing for Nice. Now, a ridiculous new claim makes absolutely no sense whatsoever after this failed bid in January. So if you thought it's the end of the Moffi saga, you'll be think again. We could be having it in the summer as well. So we cast your minds back. It was only a few weeks ago, but West Ham tried to sign Nigerian international striker Terem Moffi from Llorente in the previous transfer window, and we lost that to Nice. We'd had a £20 million plus offer for the striker, apparently accepted by Llorente, who then decided to take the player's wishes to join Nice rather than West Ham. And that led to somewhat of a surprising late twist in that Moffi didn't want to come to West Ham. He wanted to go to Nice. His heart was set on Nice. And rather than them actually get money for him, he actually went out on loan with obligation to buy. So they never actually got the 20 million quid or the 20 or 30 million euro that they actually wanted. He just went out on loan. And considering he was probably one of the reasons why Llorente were doing so well this season, it was very strange. Now, Football Insider has bizarrely claimed that West Ham and apparently relegation rival Southampton, although that's probably changed with Nathan Jones no longer in charge, remain in touch with Moffi's agent in the hope of a summer move now. That might make sense for Llorente's deal with Nice, obviously with a loan with an option to buy, but it wasn't. It was an obligation to buy. So actually, which means effectively they're putting off buying Moffi for the 30 million or 20, whatever it is, 25 million euros. I don't exactly know what the fee was, and deferring that until the summer rather than in January. So it's basically a contract. It's an agreement between the two. And so the only way that West Ham would be in for a shout with Moffi is if they decide to sell, Nice decide to sell him straight away, which is highly unlikely. It has happened, and there has been instances where a team has got a obligation to buy on a very good deal, and then that player has become shit hot, and then basically they flip them. But it just seems that's why this is absolute bollocks. This is, but it's like, how would you even consider that to be a good idea? He made it clear that Nice was his destination. He scored in both of Nice's games since starting, although he didn't score. He didn't score when they won the next two. So he scored in the first two, and then he didn't score in the last two. So 50% succession. Wouldn't mind that for a striker, would you? But just move on. Move on. Hasn't Carlos Bacca and Yusuf El-Nesri taught us anything in life? So strange one, very, very strange one. But hopefully that'll be put to bed and we won't be doing anything. And Nice will just buy him and they're just happy with him. That's all good. But yeah, very, very strange one. Very strange. I just can't get my head around it. Another player we've been linked to quite a lot is Noah Lang, the Dutch winger. Now, according to Vertebal Nuias, the Belgium news outlet, he has started what they're calling a farewell tour, in that they're expecting the Club Brugge winger to be leaving. it was a story they mentioned today. He was apparently very good in Club Brugge's loss to Benfica this week. While the club side weren't impressive, he was and stood out, putting in a fantastic display against the Portuguese side. And because of that, the publication write that he'll be missed in the Pro League next season, with foreign interest in Lang having been present for a while. And obviously that interest will undoubtedly increase and become more concrete in the next couple of months. Us and Leeds are both interested in him and have been interested in him since the start of, or the end of last year, to be honest. And the news outlet follows that up by naming the pair as suitors in the article today, and Lang knows full well that he has been under the microscope by those teams and has had scouts, and particularly apparently there was a scouting mission at Benfica as well. Now, as he said, that performance was seen as the start of this farewell tour, with Lang clearly getting back to his best and showing just what he can do, in terms of most games he boasts top dribbles, duels won. He really is a good player. And I think he just seems to, the assumption is he's going to be going in the summer. The assumption is going to the Premier League in the summer. The assumption is West Ham's one of those sides that are going to be vying for his signature in the summer. So what did they say as assumptions? No. So if you assume you make an ass of you and me, we'll see what happens there. But it seems since the turn of this year, his performances have gone up a level. So it's almost like maybe he's putting himself in the shop window. And lastly, anyone going to the Spurs game, good luck. It'll be a fantastic atmosphere. It always is against Tottenham at 3 Point Lane. But apparently, there's a lot of train problems, as always. And in terms of the latest advice, there's some track closures affecting Stratford Station. Combined track closures affecting Stratford on Sunday means the only available service from East London to 3 Point Lane via Stratford will be the Central Line by way of Liverpool Street, then interchanging into the London Overground and Greater Anglia services. Supporters are advised to use Greater Anglia services via Northumberland Park and high-speed Victoria Line services via Tottenham Hale to travel to and from Central London. Planned closures are also taking place on the Jubilee Line, the Overground services to and from Watford Junction and to and from Wilson Junction, the Bakerloo Line and the Elizabeth Line also are closed. There's restrictions there. The Hammersmith and City Line and the District Line, they'll be operating as normal from East London. And as I said, their Elizabeth Line between Stratford and Shenfield will continue to be closed at weekends until Sunday, March the 12th. So that includes obviously our home game against Forest as well. Next week, there'll be some closures on that Elizabeth Line, which I use quite a lot. Because some Gideon Park takes you straight into. I used it yesterday. Very good. So please check before going. Your usual way to 3 Point Lane may well be affected by that, as per usual. And it's because it's a weekend. It always happens, doesn't it? But we thought we'd just let you guys know. And that's it, my friends. Loads of stuff coming up. We had the press conference. We had sort of our take on the press conference. We'll have John T. Coleman's from Football London's take a bit later on. We've got Irish Tommy doing Late Show tonight as well. And then we've got all the content. We've got an interview with Jeff Hurst coming up as well, which will be out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. All that good stuff. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully West Ham won't ruin it on Sunday. And take care, my friends. Keep the faith. Come on, you irons. Bye-bye.